Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome to this special Halloween double bill of the trending contracts. And today's first contract, Spooking the Mafia, set in Sapienza, and the contract ID is up on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of Roadkiller 5191. So on to our briefing. Another Halloween contract has been activated. Good luck 47. So for today's challenge we have 5 targets available to us. All must be eliminated whilst disguised as the Plague Doctor. We have 1 with a combat knife, 1 with an explosive device, 1 with a circumcision knife, 1 via drowning, and 1 via a fiber wire. So for the challenge today we will be starting at the ICA safe house, where we will also have a fiber wire stored up. We're going to be bringing with us a breaching charge, a combat knife, and our Seeker 1. So right from the start and off the bat, we need to get into the Caruso Villa. So as we pass through the ICA safe house, we're going to retrieve our fiber wire and then make our way upstairs to liberate Rocco's uniform from the corner of the bed here, and we are now set to enter the Caruso Villa, although it's a bit of a mansion if you ask me. So we're going to go in via the pantry window. So we're just going to scoot along the ledge here and in through the pantry window, and we're going to grab up the spaghetti here along with the rat poison in the kitchen itself, and we're going to take this rat poison and we're going to add it to our first target, which will be the golf instructor Roberto, who is currently engaged in some sort of romantic encounter with Francesca De Santa. So we're just going to go in through Francesca De Santa's bathroom window to avoid the cameras, and out through her bedroom, and here by the pool we find the golf instructor, and he is currently drinking from the bottle of water we wish to poison. So once Roberto wanders off, we can add the rat poison to the bottle. It's going to be a little while before he goes back and drinks from that again. So we have time to start some preparations for our next kill. So we're just going to wait in Francesca's bedroom for the guard in the corridor to turn around, and when he does we can then make our way all the way up to the top of the observatory and retrieve the VHS tape in order to lure Silvio Caruso to the observatory area and get him alone. So right up the top here, just by the files, we find the VHS, and we can now return back downstairs, and if Roberto hasn't already started making his way for his drink, you may even have time to go into the ground floor of the observatory and retrieve the biolab key card and the circumcision knife. I had time, but Silvio was in there already, so I couldn't go in. So we wait in Francesca's bathroom for Roberto to appear. Now Roberto is the explosive device kill, so we're just going to drag him into the bedroom area, and we'll drop him right in the middle of the room. About here will do nicely. We're going to select our breaching charge and slip it just under his head there. That's lovely. So kill number 1 all set up, ready and done. Let's move on to Silvio Caruso, who has now finally vacated the observatory room. So we're going to grab the biolab key card. we're going to insert the VHS into the VHS player. We're going to grab the circumcision knife and then switch to the combat knife and put on the Plague Doctor's outfit. So I did that a little bit backwards, so let's just quickly get the knife out. There we go, back into position just in time for Caruso to arrive. He will eventually dismiss his 2 guards, and once they are safely out of the room, we can then break cover and take down Silvio Caruso with the combat knife. So just like we would in the challenge, although the weapon choice is slightly different. So down goes Silvio Caruso. We're going to hide his body in the crate in the corner of the room. Now we need to get past his bodyguard who went out the door just in front of us there. The safest way really is to just wait him out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take up position back on our pedestal here, and we're just going to wait it out for Silvio Caruso's men to both make their way back into the room, look for Silvio, not find him, and then wander off. At this point we can then make our way upstairs, and we're going to move on to our next target, who is one of the mansion staff guards, and he is on the far side of the building, and the easiest way to get to him in this outfit is over the roof. So that's exactly what we're going to do now, all the way up to the top of the observatory, up the drain pipe, across the roof, up another drain pipe, and into the attic door. And we're going to pass straight through the attic and out the other side, and somewhere along here we should select our circumcision knife, as the kill requires a circumcision knife. There is our target, and we're just going to wait for him to finish his cigarette and move away from the window, and then we can make our way down the rest of the stairs, duck in through the window, and eliminate our target. So while we're here we may as well take out the surveillance system, and then we're going to dump our target out of the window and into a crate. Now this isn't strictly necessary, as if we don't cause any panic no one else should come into the room, but we're just going to be a little bit extra neat and tidy as we have a little bit of time to kill. If I can stop hugging the wall. So we're just going to quickly get our target here into the crate, and then we're going to hop in right after him, because any moment now the 2 guards whose conversation we triggered in the attic when we passed through will come down this way. There's one, don't know where the other one is, he should be right with him. And let's just risk it anyway, and it looks like we've missed one of them. So once they've gone past, we can then make our way back up and over the roof, and we're gonna now finish off the golf coach Roberto on our way down to the caves and our final 2 targets. So we're just gonna run straight back across the roof. There's one of Caruso's bodyguards. They are wandering around quite randomly, so we do need to be aware of them. We'll just give this guy a nice bit of a wide berth, and we'll follow him down the stairs rather discreetly. So give him a nice bit of time to get ahead of us, and then we can follow down at our leisure. He should wander off at the ground floor, and we can then make our way into Francesca's bedroom, and in here we will finish off Roberto, and that will be a nice little present for Francesca when she gets off shift. So we're just going to wait for, again, one of Caruso's bodyguards to pass by, and then we're going to make our way down into the caves, and utilizing the key card we collected we can gain access to the cave system. And our next target is a guard, and he is around to our right, and he's just gonna be pacing up and down pretty much, and he is a relatively easy kill to get to. So as soon as he turns around from this position, he will move a few paces away, and we can then get in behind him, and then we can garrote him with our fiber wire, and down goes yet another target. So we're just going to dump him in the crate, as there is one right here, and from here we're going to pull out our Seeker 1, and we're going to now make our final target, who is the scientist on top of the security console or lab, or whatever you want to call it. Looks a bit like a caravan. We're going to make him sick. He's going to come down and use the portaloo that is just behind us, and when he does, we can then drown him in the toilet for our final kill. So here he comes now. He's not moving too fast. I'm assuming he doesn't want to upset things any more than they already are. He doesn't want to be evacuating both ends at once, especially as there's only one toilet available. So once he's in position, we can just walk out from behind the pallets, dunk his head in the toilet, and that is our final kill taken care of. And all that's left for us to do now is to make good our escape, and there is a nice easy exit nearby. All we have to do is crouch down, stick to the pallets, and run for the seaplane, and no one should spot us, and we can then escape Sapienza free and clear and up one seaplane. So that is episode 1 of our double bill taken care of. So we just get confirmation all of our targets were eliminated according to plan. Nobody saw us commit any crimes, and we get our silent assassin rating. So let's move on to our second contract. And our second contract today, Revenge on Halloween 5, set in Dartmoor, and the contract ID is up on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a crack at it, and has been supplied to us courtesy of the Prince 2320. So on to our briefing, and there isn't one for this challenge, so we'll just say that our targets have been very naughty and they need to be punished. And speaking of targets, today we have 5 of them, with no stipulations on how we dispatch them or what we wear whilst we do so, but we do have a 26-minute time limit, and we must only get headshots. So for today's challenge, we will be starting in the library as the mansion staff, and we're going to be bringing with us a vial of lethal poison and our silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we need to make our way downstairs. There is a quick way down via the library stairs right here, and we're heading for the kitchens, where we will find 2 propane cylinders, and we are going to utilize both of them. So we're just going to make our way straight to the kitchens, and right at the back of the room where the sink is, we will find a propane cylinder. We'll just run past one at the counter there. We'll come back for that in a little while. So once we have our propane cylinder, we're going to head now into the lounge where the Carlisle young lady is. I believe it's Emma. She's the one I think is trying to kill Alexa. She doesn't get the chance because we often get there before her. So we're just going to place the propane cylinder on the side table by the window there, and then return to the kitchens for the second cylinder, and it's just around here to our right once again. Just don't mind me, mate, you carry on drinking that drink. Right, so second propane cylinder in hand, we're now going to dump this one just outside of the lounge, right between the lounge and the hallway to the entrance hall. We just drop that somewhere around there will do nicely. Move a safe distance away, and we're just going to put a hole in that to make that leak. And we've got a bit of time, so let's just close that door. So we're going to go and take care of Emma Carlisle right away. It's not ideal, but it's an opportunity that we have. Otherwise we will be just waiting around for a while, not doing very much. We may as well do something while we're waiting. So if we're quick enough, we can get up here just in time, catch Emma right in front of the side table, and we can put 2 bullets into the propane cylinder, and that will eliminate our first target. So we're just going to wait here for a few moments while everyone kind of decides what they're going to do. Fight or flight, panic or return to your normal duties, and then we can make a break back downstairs, try to avoid Mrs. Carlyle, who will be an enforcer, and Mr. Fernsby the butler, who will also be an enforcer, who also happens to be our next target, along with the private investigator. So we're just going to take up position here at the end of the corridor, and eventually the private investigator and the butler will arrive for a private chat, and we can then put a second bullet in the propane cylinder. So that's 2 more targets taken care of. Next on our hit list will be Mr. Aaron Ford Jr., the lawyer. So we're going to make our way back upstairs while everybody is still panicking. Quite risky, but we're going to go for it anyway. So we're just going to wait for this guard here to either turn around or move on, knowing full well there is another enforcer who will be passing behind me anytime soon. So luckily the guy in front of us has moved, and we can then make our way around, and we need to get via one of the bedrooms into the lawyer's office. We don't have a key for the bedroom, so we are going to go straight down the corridor to the very end and out the window onto the ledge, and if we scoot around to our right far enough, we will come to another window on the inside of the bedroom. In here we will have access to a secret passage that will lead us directly to the lawyer. So we're just going to turn the doggy on the wall, that will open the secret passage, and in here we have the lawyer and a bodyguard, and in fact Alexa Carlyle herself has just vacated the room. So we're going to try and find something to throw for the guard. We don't really have anything, so in that situation what we'll do is wait for the guard to approach the window, and then we can duck in behind him and render him unconscious quietly. So once he gets to the window we can pounce on him, and then we're going to hide him in the crate provided. Now Aaron Ford Jr. is on the phone at the moment and shouldn't notice any of this. Not that it matters really anyway, as whatever happens he's getting a bullet in the head. So that just leaves us with 1 more target. So we're just going to take the lawyer here, who is resisting arrest. That's punishable by going in the box. So as I was saying, we have just Alexa Carlyle to go. So we need to make our way up to the 2nd floor and Alexa Carlyle's bedroom. Now luckily this outfit does allow us to get up there, but we do have a number of enforcers. Firstly, the housekeeping staff member in the corridor there, but he is easily enough avoided.
Hello, sir.
This young lady, not quite so much. We are going to have to wait for her to move away, and she will head off and into one of the staff rooms, and we can then make our way into the bedroom. There she goes now. There is 2 more enforcers in this room, so we're just going to go and use this chair here for cover. As soon as that gentleman there moves away like he has done, we can approach the chaise lounge, add our poison to the hot cup of tea, and now we're going to navigate using the chair once again around the housekeeper and out of the window. So once we get around there, out the window, we can now go up to the doors here, and we can get a nice clear view of when Madame Carlyle arrives and sits down for her afternoon tea. which I think she might not enjoy. Someone would normally be getting the sack for this, I would assume. Unfortunately, the effects of the poison are rather swift and rather fatal. So down goes Alexa Carlisle. So that just leaves us our escape, and we don't have to go back through that room. Luckily enough, over the balcony here we will find a drain pipe, and all we have to do is slide down that drain pipe and we are well away from the danger. And we just want to check on the patrolling enforcer. Unfortunately, he's not in the greatest of positions for us, so when he moves off to his right, we are going to follow him around and then down the stairs. So off he goes at a nice steady pace. Could be a bit faster, please, sir. Once he's past the entrance to the stairs, we can then veer off down the stairs, and we are now finally back on terra firma, and we can head off for the bridge exit. We're not going to go straight out the doors ahead of us, as you can see, an enforcer right there. So we're going to cut through the dining room, and somewhere around here is an open window. There's one, that'll do. And we're just going to duck out through the window here, over the balcony, and head for the bridge just behind us. So there we go. 2 holiday or Halloween centric contracts there for you. I'm sure there will be some Halloween content coming from IO very shortly, which I hope to cover. Probably some new challenges, I believe. So let's just get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we've met our objectives, the first not being too difficult, and we get our silent assassin rating. Happy Halloween, and I will see you all in the next video.